Rare pictures of the India-Pakistan War of 1965 have been discovered. The photos were taken from the Indian side of what became known as the Second Kashmir War, which started after Pakistan launched a covert offensive across the ceasefire line into Indian-administered Kashmir. The war cost thousands of lives on both sides, though it was extremely short. The photographs were taken by the Indian photojournalist Kulwant Roy, who covered the war extensively. He died in 1984 and left the photographs to a close family friend, Adityaaryaarchive, also a photographer, who joins us now from Delhi. Welcome to the program. Talk to me a bit about how you almost rediscovered these photographs in your possession, because I know there are a great deal of them, aren't there?
Thank you, Tanya. He had left me these pictures in 1983, 84, and told me that do something about them. I couldn't do much with them during my lifetime, and I sat over these pictures for 25 years. And
so he covered the war through covering the photographic story of the war. What story do you think he was trying to tell? Why did he feel he couldn't do anything with them?
Well, he was a photojournalist who was trying to sell his stuff to all kind of magazines and newspapers all over the world, and it's just that around 62 is when he had just returned from his trip, world tour, and he discovered he had lost his world tour pictures. So he didn't really push his pictures too much.
He seems to there, and in the pictures that I've seen, have taken a great deal of shots of soldiers. These would be Indian soldiers, but also there's a shot there of some of the villages that needed to be evacuated. There it is, there, that shot.
Yeah, I think you're right. There are lots of evacuation pictures, and this special incident which deserves mention is the Hajipir war, which Hajipir is a pass which we conquered and then eventually returned back to Pakistan.
What did he feel about the war? What did he feel about Kashmir?
I don't know. He was very fond of Kashmir because he made many trips to Kashmir, and I find lots of interesting pictures of Kashmir in his archive. A lot of stories on Kashmir which he sold all over the world.
And what fascinates him, do you think, about Kashmir?
I think it's the natural beauty and the people and the place.
It seemed almost to him maybe a tragedy that they were involved in this ongoing conflict, and of course it's still a bone of contention, very much.
Yes, and I mean, I'm sure Indian Army is not too happy with the parting of Hajipir.
Do you think that these photos now have the potential to reopen wounds by their showing?
No, not exactly. I think it's about history. It's about looking at your images and reflecting on them.
Aditya, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.
Some fascinating images there which are available on our website with the background to that conflict, should you wish to take a look. They're absolutely fascinating. That's all for World News Today. Back for an hour of news and analysis at the same time tomorrow. The latest from BBC World News in a few minutes' time, on the day that President Bush announced a $250 billion plan to help shore up the ailing US bank system, to the relief of financial markets around the world, although I have to say they do remain extremely volatile. Meanwhile, the Republican presidential candidate John McCain announced his own new economic plan to win last-minute votes, as polls showed him lagging behind Barack Obama. From me, Tanya Beckett, thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.